Hey, do you feel separate from your desires, from your manifestation? You should never feel separated. It's an illusion. It's an illusion brought about by the conscious mind. Let's go into the subconscious mind to help you to activate your creative energy to bring into what you want, into your reality. Do you know what the most powerful force in the subconscious mind is? The most powerful ability the subconscious has that can either break you or make you? Anyone want to take a guess? The subconscious has a lot of qualities. It's illogical. It cannot tell the difference between what is real or imagined. It's infinite. It can pick up from any reality. Nothing is impossible in the subconscious mind, right? So we all know those. But can you think of one more? And I think this is the most powerful force in the subconscious mind. And if you understand this part of your subconscious mind, then you'll change your life completely different. You'll become even more super aware. You'll start to watch what you say, what you think, even how you feel and how you react. Because then you'll realize something very powerful. Since I know this secret or this personality about my subconscious mind, I'm going to approach it a certain way. So can anyone guess? What do you think one of the most powerful forces in your subconscious is? No, not visualization. Here is the most powerful force in the subconscious. Go write this down. The subconscious mind cannot argue. It can only accept. Listen, if you say, my desires or my manifestations is so far away, your subconscious says your desires and your manifestation is so far away. It's going to make it far away. My life is so unlucky. Things never go my way. Subconscious says, all right, things never go your way. Can't argue with you. Only part of your mind that argues with you is your conscious mind. So, to get your subconscious mind to bring you what you want into your life, you have to approach it completely different now. You have to expect the things you desire to be a reality. So your mindset now must always be in your greatest desires. This is why one of the most powerful things you can also do is you must always dream big. It completely accepts, that's right, everything good or bad, it completely accepts them illogically. But however, if you keep your desires and dreams really, really big, sometimes it may seem impossible to you, but just go dream them big. Your subconscious mind has the ability to take those big dreams and compress them down and make them a physical reality. So whenever you're dealing with your mind, always remember, say and think only what I want. Say and expect only what I desire, even if you don't currently have it. Remember, it's illogical. It doesn't keep track. It doesn't keep count. It doesn't know. It doesn't care. Okay, if you say, "Oh, I got $500 in my bank account, but I'd like to have 5,000," the subconscious mind can't come up and say, "You only got $5. I can't give you 5,000." It can't do that, my tribe. Only one mind can do that. Your ego. Your ego is the one that pushes you back and keeps you out and keeps you in lack. Because your ego can judge, it can argue, and it's logical. It's the one that will say, wait a minute, buddy. You can't go get 5,000. You only got $5. you're stopped right there. Your subconscious was just about to help you, but your ego steps in and says, wait a minute, subconscious, you can't come in right now. This guy only has $5. He doesn't have 5,000. Subconscious can't argue, right? Subconscious says, okay. But if I override my ego, and how do I override my ego? I ignore it. My subconscious pays attention to everything, right? Remember, it's watching to manifest. The number one job of my subconscious is to watch what's going on between me and my ego and see who overcomes who. Whoever wins between the ego, the subconscious gives you the prize of manifestation. Whoever loses, you still get the prize of manifestation. So it depends on what battle you're facing with your ego. See, the thing is, most people, they allow their ego to win, so their subconscious can't. I'll give an example. Yes, I would love to manifest $5,000. Subconscious is coming in to take it to manifest. The ego steps in. Wait a minute, you only got $5. Oh yeah, you're right. I only do got $5. I got to find a way to make. You lost. Your subconscious now retreats back and says, all right, I'll keep the $5 in your bank account. See how powerful that is? So the secret is now, how can I get it to stick in my subconscious? I just told you, ignore the ego and don't react to it. See, when your subconscious is watching the play, it says, all right, let me see which emotion is pumping. Oh, this guy's reacting hard to this, so he must not want it. You're not going to get it. So let's replay the play again. I only have $5 in my bank account, but I definitely expect to have 5,000. Ego comes in. You only have $5. You don't have 5,000. I don't react. I'm chill. So there's no emotion now. I just say, this is what I said. It's all right. I'm expecting 5,000. Ego attacks again. How are you expecting 5,000? You only got $5. I'm still chill. There's no reaction. Subconscious now says, oh, it expects that to be true because there's no reaction. It's normal. So he does have 5,000. Goes out, gets me 5,000 in my bank account. Game over. The correct way. The incorrect way, which is what most people do. I got $5 in my bank account. I expect 5,000. You don't have 5,000. You only got $5. People, they react. Oh man, you're right. Emotions start to stir. Why? I'm trying to get 5,000. Now you're making me feel bad. Subconscious picks that up. So the most powerful thing is that when you learn and you understand that, wait a minute, my subconscious can't argue. So all I got to do is just tell it whatever makes me feel good or whatever I want. It's going to do it. And here's the next thing about the subconscious that's so beautiful and so good. It is so powerful and it's ready to serve you that it doesn't argue, and then whatever you expect, it becomes true in the subconscious. The next thing about it, your subconscious has the means to deliver it to you. So now I don't have to think about how. See that? Most people now try to figure out how they're going to get what they want. That's not even, I don't have to worry about that either. All I have to do is set it and forget it. So when you're awakened, as you guys are, and you're on your journey, you must be conscious and aware of your self-talk and your expectations. The secret of all secrets, and you can watch all the programs, and I'll keep repeating it like a broken record because I say it through all my videos so you can get into your head and create plasticity. It's a really very simple. Practice every day to only focus on what you want. Not how you're going to get what you want, not the ways it's going to come to you or the possible ways. Yeah, you can entertain all of that. Don't worry about any of that. Just focus on what you want. Think about positive things of what you want daily. If you do that, your subconscious is not going to argue. It is going to manifest it for you. And also when you do that, You are creating plasticity in your brain. You're training your brain neurons to rewire to a pathway of abundance and optimism. Your brain will literally rewire for you to become an optimist. Think you will always see the bright side of everything. And when you see the bright side of everything, because your subconscious is illogical, it will make reality the bright side for you. It's just like the opposite. Most of us have been conditioned to see the dark side of everything, hence we experience more dark side of reality. It comes down to that. So I've always been careful now, and the way I fix things now, I just focus only on what I want. Okay? And also, I have a trick for my ego. When my ego comes in to interrupt me focusing on what I want, I use what's called a pattern interruption. As soon as it starts to come in, I completely change my focus again. I just change to something else positive. I'll say something to my ego. I say, hey, relax. Everything is good. That's called a pattern interruption. It's not about fixing the ego. It's about distracting the ego so the brain doesn't think that's a pattern I want. Hence, pattern interruption. So my brain will still create that plasticity of optimism. Optimism will create abundance. Pessimism will create lack. Optimist is the secret flow, is the secret sauce. It's the oil that turns the engine in manifesting. If you cannot be an optimist, if you cannot adopt an optimistic mindset, you are doomed. Literally, you're doomed. You're not going to be able to get what you want. So it's real simple. Choose. What's that movie, The Matrix? The guy said, you want the red pill or you want the blue pill? You choose the red pill. You go back to being a pessimistic, lack, struggle life. You choose the blue. You see all the options and you see all the secrets and you understand how reality works and you can live life on your terms. That's really what it comes down to. You have the choice because you are the one that's hearing and observing the thoughts. You can choose which thought to settle in on, which thought not to settle in on. Now you can also choose to ignore your ego, to argue with your ego. You can also choose to react or non-react. Awareness has all the choices. So most people don't know this. You see, let me tell you something else. What has happened is our brains have been conditioned to see more pessimistic things than optimistic things. So when we attempt to think of something we want, something that's good for us, something that will make our lives better, our brains naturally deter us. Our conscious mind kicks in and says, here's the best ones. It says, get back to reality, Mark. That's never going to happen, man. Keep dreaming. Figure this out. Let's do it this way. You're not. Oh, it throws all of the negative playbooks at you. You guys know it. You've all experienced it. I'm sure you're going through it. It happens to everybody. But once you learn what I've just taught you, that your subconscious can't argue. So no matter how big your dream is, no matter how impossible it may seem, if you can push it in and think about it and be delusional every day and see it and feel it and just imagine it and just expect it, it is going to come into your physical reality. Now, how do you know this? Well, let's go back to the beginning of this live when I open it up and I ask you a question and I say, do you think your desires are separate from you, right? Now that brings us into the subconscious programming part of that. So now, do you think and see that it's separate from you? Now here's the answer. When I said, now, if you can dream big and your entire imagination, so when you can dream big, now you can bring everything into physical reality. Here's how it works. Since you are delusional and you're dreaming and you're seeing the impossible, right? And now you're putting it in your mind, in your unconscious mind. In quantum physics is basically the science that shows us how everything comes into existence. So now in the quantum world, there is no separation from physical matter and material, what we call material matter. Everything is connected. It's energy. All is one, one is all. So now, knowing that, you cannot be separate from your desires. They're actually entangled with you. And it's not your job to figure out how to get these great things. It's actually up to your subconscious mind to bring this in. So this is why it's a good practice to always be delusional, to always see the big picture, to always think big, because you're dealing with something beyond the capabilities of your normal rational mind. Your normal rational mind can only see so much. The field is infinite. So that means even the impossible is not only possible, it's easy, it's probable, it's accurate, it's always coming in. So you have to start doing it. Once you start that, everything will start to roll in. And now you can achieve and manifest more simplistic and effortlessly, all by doing one thing, by just learning, hey, this subconscious mind can't argue. Think about this. Why can't the subconscious mind argue then? Why was it created not to argue? The reason why your subconscious mind can't argue, my friends, is because everything is already possible and actually happening. So it accepts everything with no rejection, because it can make it, it can actually manifest it. That's why it accepts everything. That's why it can't argue. The reason why your regular mind can argue is because it's limited. It can't create everything. It can't manifest stuff. It has limitations. So when you say in your regular mind, I'd like to have 5,000, you only have $5, your regular mind steps in and says, you can't have 5,000. And the truth is, the reason why your regular mind says that, because your regular mind is scared to tell you, I don't know how to make you 5,000. So stick with $5. Your subconscious, on the other hand, doesn't see it that way. Your subconscious says, I have 5,000. More than that, what do you want? 5,000? That's a drop in the bucket. How about 500,000? How about 5 million? But it is out there in the field. See how that works? Once you can accept it, game over. Got it? That's really what it is, guys. To take your game to the next level, sign up for my school platform. It's in the link in my description. That's where you take your game to the next level to manifest. Keep going. Happy manifesting, and I'll see you next time.